Today we are discussing one of those areas that we overlook when we are discussing wealth or thinking about building wealth. And that area I titled Cash is King, or the Power of Cash. You know, if your desire is to become wealthy, you want to be a millionaire or a billionaire, whatever it is your goal is, as long as it has to do with a lot of money, it is important that you know the place and the role that having cash plays. You see, we've discussed investments and different things we can do, talked about savings and so on. But when it comes to taking advantage of opportunities, it is imperative that you know that you must always have cash, always have cash. The reason is because when opportunities come, because everyone who have built some level of wealth will tell you that from time to time there are such opportunities that come our way that help us to multiply our resources, multiply our wealth. For instance, you may have heard of things like distress sales, where someone can take, let's for example, I give you a practical example. Some years ago, one of my acquaintances came to me, just about a little after 8 a.m. He came to my office and said, "Look, I just bought a car." I thought, "See, this early morning, yeah, I just bought a car. So what happened?" He said, "No, when I got to the office, this fellow came into my office and he wanted to move out of town and he needed to sell his car. And he was looking for anything just to sell the car. And he said, I told him, oh, well, I only got 7,000 rands. And the person, no, I'll take it." So he bought the car for 7,000 rands, but he didn't have a need for a car. So he drove the car to my office, showed me the car, and I said, "Oh, wow, that's nice. So what are you going to be doing?" He said, "No, I'll sell it." Okay. So he drove away from my office down the street. Within 30 minutes, he sold the car for about 17,000, somewhere there, or 17,000 rands. Now, look, he didn't plan. He went to the office just like every other day to work. And something happens, an opportunity came, and he had 7,000 rands. And with that 7,000 rands, he bought this car, and within 30 minutes, sold the car to somebody else for 17,000, which is too cheaper, for 17,000 rands, and made a clean profit of 10,000. A clean profit of 10,000 rands within 30 minutes. You know why that is possible? Because he had cash. About a month ago, I was by my mechanic to service my car, and he told me something. He said, there's a guy who is selling a Range Rover, and he's only asking for 450,000 rands. Now, a 2023 Range Rover, 2023 model Range Rover, the current value is about over 2 million rands. But the fellow wants 450,000 because he was in a serious situation. Now think about it. If you had a 450,000 rands to buy that Range Rover, no matter how you play the game, maybe you don't even want to do anything. You can, and you want, let's say you want to sell the same Range Rover for 700,000. There are many people who will give you 700,000 rands for a 2023 Range Rover. So what am I saying to you? It is about the power of cash. When you have cash, it's very easy to multiply your resources. You see, so as much as we talk about investment, and you are investing and you are doing savings, there must be that money that you have access to for opportunity purposes, for the sake of opportunity. You see, and aside from that, also, One of the benefits also of having cash is that when you have cash, you get better deals. You see, you get better deals for if you want to buy furniture and you have cash, you'll get a better deal than somebody who doesn't have cash, who is going to buy maybe those furnitures on accounts. Another another benefit, and I think this one is even more important when it comes to your financial life. Cash gives you a level of confidence. I don't know if it ever happened to you. When you have no, now when I'm saying cash, I don't mean that the money you carry in your pockets. I mean, how much can you carry, right? I mean, money you have access to. It could be in the bank, it could be in an investment, but you can reach it, within maybe hours if you need that money. You see, once you have that available money around you, it gives you a level of confidence. You see, for example, when we discuss about the money mistake people make, we say one of the money mistakes people make is that they worry about money. And one of the way to kill that money mistakes of worrying about money is to have cash. And that is so important. You see, because when there is no feeling of lack in you, or the thought of lack or shortage in you, it puts you in a place where you are able to attract more resources. See, so as you're thinking about all of these things and thinking about wealth, also think that it is important that you have cash that you kept somewhere that is waiting to take advantage of opportunity. That was some years ago. I decided to do some experiment with my folks. So I told them, take $1,000, sign that money, put it in your wallet, and don't spend it. No matter what happened, at the end of the 30 days, I want you to come back having the same notes. Don't spend it and replace it. Right? And I was teaching some things. I was trying to let them know how powerful it is when you have cash on you, whether you or not you spend it or not. The fact that you have the money on you, it gives you a certain level of thinking, certain kind of mindset. You see, so when you hear cash is king, it's very important. You see, from time to time, distress sales come. From time to time, opportunities come. From time to time, I mean, you get to. I said you get good deals. You see, if I come here and I want to buy something and I'm showing you my cash, you see, because a good business person know that this man who is having cash in his hand, is better than the one who is promising me that he's going to get a loan to do the business. You see, so always have cash. There should be at least what I call a minimum amount of cash that you must have access to at all time. And of course, the minimum you're going to have to do with your own levels of discipline. If you're not very, very, very disciplined, then you can expose yourself to too much cash because you're going to waste it all. And again, it comes down again to when you're talking about wealth. I've said many times that wealth is not for somebody who is not disciplined. So if you know you are not disciplined, just forget about the dream of wealth. Because at a certain level of wealth, discipline is mandatory. So discipline is a must. That's why you see it takes discipline to actually do anything that is worthwhile, including wealth building. So if you have designs, okay, I'm having this 100,000 rands or $100,000, and what you intend to do with this money is that this money is there waiting for opportunities. You see, maybe somebody wants to sell a house because maybe they are relocating to another place and they need that money urgently. That's what the money is for. See, or there's a business that is about to, liquidate, or is about to sell out because the owner is relocating, or they are going through certain financial distresses, and you can see opportunity in that business. That is what this cash is for. When you have cash like that, you multiply your wealth. See, so as much as we have, as much as wealth grows, right? Wealth can also multiply. You know, from time to time you hear of economic downturns and economic challenges in the nations. Most of the time, when that announcement is being made, many people do what we call panic sales. They sell out because they want cash. And that is where or when those who became rich, most of the time, become exponentially rich. Why everybody is, think about it, think about it. When they say, okay, no, there is financial crisis and people are selling. Why do you think those who are buying are buying? Especially when you see the people you know to be financially well off are buying those things. Why do you think they are buying? Because they know that after a downturn, there will be upturn. See it? And when you have cash and you have maybe like economic, financial, not mentor per se, role model. And you say, okay, this role model of mine is buying, let's say he's buying Apple chairs. You don't need to do what I call it. You don't need to do any extra work on your own end to say, okay, why should I buy? This is your role model, and you see this person is very wealthy and is buying Apple shares. If you have money and you are smart, you buy Apple shares. You may not know what he knows or what he sees, but you know that this wisdom that have made him so wealthy, if I follow suit, I also become wealthy. There's an Indian guy who is an investor. It's an investor who follows Warren Buffett in his investing strategy to also become a billionaire. But these things are only possible when you have cash. Always keep cash around you because opportunities always come to help us multiply the money that we already have. So, cash is king. Take it from me. Cash has power. Money is powerful. When it's in a place, it attracts opportunity to himself. And you must be smart to always have cash. Thank you for participating in this video. I'll see you again in the next video. Thank you.